I kind of see it as it's in the Stampeders' hands in the sense that the 2 games they lost to the Eskimos here at McMahon earlier in the season, basically it was their own fault. They turned the ball over, they took penalties, and that was the end result. That's why Edmonton won twice here. That's why Calgary is not hosting the West Division final. If they protect the football, if they play smart football, they should be okay. But that was the reason they didn't beat Edmonton twice earlier this season.
What do you see as the keys to the game?
Well, those particularly protecting the football, not taking penalties. Obviously, you got to contain Ricky Ray. There's no two ways about that. He's just a terrific quarterback. Has done some amazing things to the Calgary Stampeders over the years. Got some great receivers. Obviously, Darius Bowman coming off a great game. Fred Stamps has done some terrific things this year, particularly against the Stampeders. So you got to contain him. Now, Jerome Messam is the big question mark right now. As of earlier in the week, he was a question mark to play on Sunday, and whether he'll be able to play is going to be one of the storylines as this weekend progresses. But the Stampeders did a nice job against Jerome Messam this year too. I think 3 games, a total of 97 yards, something like a 3.7 yard per carry average. So, Jerome Messam plays, the Stampeders clearly are one of the teams that were able to control him. Having said that, it's tough to prepare for 2 different running backs like Hugh Charles and Jerome Messam. That really does throw kind of a curveball at the Stampeders in terms of their defensive game planning. And from the Stampeders' offensive standpoint, yeah, you're right. John Cornish has to get the ball on the ground going early. A ground attack just does so many good things in terms of setting up the pass later in the game, softening up the defense. It's incumbent on the Stamps to run the ball early in the game.
This will be Drew Tate's first CFL playoff game. He's been in there for 3 weeks. How big a factor do you think the quarterback's going to be in this game?
Well, I think the fact that he passed the test in Montreal a couple of weeks ago really spoke to what he's capable of doing under clutch situations. And, winning in Montreal, that's not an easy thing. And I can't imagine it's going to be any tougher on Sunday at Commonwealth Stadium, quite honestly. Yeah, the weather might be a little colder, a few more people in the stands, but he has played in clutch situations before and thrived. So I really don't see it as an issue that a playoff game versus a regular season game in Montreal versus the Capital One Bowl in his last game at University of Iowa. He played well in all of those circumstances. No reason to believe it won't continue on Sunday.
What are you predicting?
Predicting in this league is an awfully tough thing. I do like Calgary's chances. I will take their 42-man roster over Edmonton's 42-man roster, quite frankly. I think it's a deeper group. I think it's a more talented group. But it's still a group that also lost 7 times during the regular season this year too. So, I'd be equally surprised by both results, but the gut feeling is that Calgary will win.